Hi there, this is Judy from paperpalmtree.com. This is the card I have for you today. This is such a beautiful, elegant, yet simple card to make, and I like the simplicity of it. I think it's beautiful. So let me share with you how I did this card. So you're going to start with a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 11. And I have scored this at 5 1/2. And then you need a, you'll need a sheet of crumb coat. This is cut at 5 by 3 3/4. And then another piece of Whisper White. This is cut at 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, and that will layer on the top. And then for the sentiment, I have the stitched circle framelets, and they are the 2 center ovals. So the larger one is done in crumb cake, and the sentiment that is the layer is the second one in. I love this framelit. I've used it so much, and it just gives an elegant touch to the piece that you've cut. Alright, so the stamp set I used was So Many Shells, and this is new in the annual catalog, and this is a layering stamp set, so it's a 2-layer. So you have 18 stamps in here. These 2 layers are what you use for one stamp. So I have used, there are 4 different shells in here, and I have used all 4 of them and did different sentiments on them, and I just love them. I think they're beautiful and just the right touch of color to them. I just really like them. So the ink I used, let's put this away. The ink I used on these, on this, was soft suede and crumb cake. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I stamp it and put it together. So on the piece that, let me go ahead and fold the base of the card. Again, this is 4 1/4 by 11. And it is a top fold or a tent fold type card. I always turn it over and do both sides. So that's the base. I'm going to set that aside. There's the crumb cake, and then the Whisper White we're going to stamp on. So with this stamp set, you have one that has more detail on it. I don't know if you can see that on this. One has more of the surface, and this has more detail to it. So I'm going to take a D block, and it fits just nicely, kind of catty corner. Now the thing with this stamp set is, with stamping in layers, is lining it up. That seems to be the trickiest part. So these are made out of the photopolymer stamps so that you can see through them. So I'm going to ink it up. And let's see, for our card, I'm doing the stamping the shell on the lower part of that card. And so let's see if I can line this up. I'm going to go straight down with the stamp, press it, hold it a few seconds. Now with the photopolymer, because there's a large surface, when you first stamp it, it kind of looks a little uneven, but the ink will kind of meld into the paper. So that's just the first image looks a little splotchy, but it will even out. All right, so the second color I'm doing is soft suede. And again, this is going to be with the stamp that is more detailed. And I don't want it so dark, so what I did was I stamped it off a little. So you're going to ink it up. A little on the edge there, I don't want. And just stamp it off lightly. See how much ink comes out on that? So the trick here is, let me try to do this without getting my head in it, is to line this. I'll pull it to me really quick because I got to get my head over it. You can see that. And hope that lines up. Oh, that looked pretty good. I got a little bit up there, but I'm going to live with that. That's okay. So it gives so much detail, and it is so beautiful. I just love this stamp set. Okay, so so that's all I did for that, and I'm not going to show you how I stamped that. You know how to stamp that, but I stamped that in the soft suede color also. All right, so to put this card together. Oh, I don't need that. All right, so I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of the crumb cake. And line that up. A little low. Oh, it's sticking. Okay, that will be fine. Could have gone a little higher, but that's okay. All right, so now I'm going to put the next layer on the top of that. Very pretty. And the crumb cake, it's going to go right on the top. And, oh, I needed some stamping dimensionals. And I'm going to take just 2 of them, one on either side. Oh, come on now. And this will go in the center. And that's how easy that card is. Isn't that beautiful? I love this card so much. I have done, the 2 different colors are crumb cake and soft suede. And then I did it in blue. I just love the card. So on this ink I used Soft Sky and Pool Party. Pretty pretty. I used, on the pink, I used the pink Blushing Bride and the Flamingo. Flirty Flamingo. I just think they are so elegant and so beautiful. This one I used Night of Navy. And the last set I did was in the smoky, the gray, the smoky slate, I think it's called. And there's that. And on the ink pad on that, all I did was stamp it off. I didn't use 2 colors on that because I didn't have another color that went with it. But aren't they beautiful? I just really, really like this card, so that's why I made so many of them, and in all the different colors I could think of. So stack those back up, and there's the card. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, if you'd hit the like button below, and if you'd go to paperpalmtree.com, you can find all the Stampin' Up! Products there at the shop button. And you could subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate it. So until next time, bye.